CFR Network, CFR Sports, very slow combat sports. Event-wise, I would say. A little boxing on. One championship was on Friday. We had that Thriller or Triller even, Triad Combat, which I only just literally found out about a week and a half ago or sorts. Didn't realize how quick the event was going to be on. Caught the press conference and kind of understood what the rule set was, and, you know, the triangle ring and all that there. Seemed quite gimmicky. As I said, watching the press conference and seeing who was actually competing, I was very interested, very much interested. And I will say it was a good event. Didn't go as many boxing connoisseurs thought it was going to go. But overall, I think it's I prefer this a lot more to bare knuckle boxing. Yeah, this has a bit more legitimacy to it. And yeah, it delivered. It most definitely delivered. First fights, Harry Gigliotti went to the decision with Jacob Thorough, whatever the hell his name is. That was a scrappy game fight. Very close. I think. Did he score a knockdown? Gigliotti, I think he's sure he scored a knockdown, but the latter part of that round of the four 2-minute rounds, was it some shit? Seven, whatever it was. Fast-paced 2-minute rounds towards the end. The MMA Jacob turned up the pressure, came on very, very strong, but ultimately Gigliotti did his thing, man. He put the side one up for team boxing. Very entertaining fight. I think I will be watching that whole card again a bit later on. Second fight comes in. What was she? Alexia Culp. I think that was her name, yeah. 45-second TKO. 2-1 MMA record. I didn't quite, and she's 21 years of age, she's a very young lady. Her opponent, Angelina Hofschneider, was a lot more her senior. I think she was like 39 or something like that. I don't know. I didn't catch her professional record, but it looked very amateur in regards to the performance. She had an interesting backstory in regards to how she got into boxing, which is quite commendable, but she didn't have a very good showing at all. Colt came in, whopping, 45 seconds. She was done. I don't know why Shannon Briggs was talking about the ref. Should let it go and stuff, and she was ready to. She was on. she was pretty much a downed opponent, man. And he asked. I'm sure it was Dan Migliotta. Asked, "Are you okay? Do you want to continue?" She's like, "Nah. Plastic fort time. I am done." So I don't know what Shannon's talking about. That was obviously just for TV purposes. But what was quite a strange and bit off was Joey Crack, aka Fat Joe, with his disrespectful comments towards the young lady Angelina. Yeah, she didn't have a good performance, but like, yeah, man, you gotta respect anyone who goes in there and lays it all in on the line and stuff. I think that was a bit amateurish, but outside of that, I think his color commentary was pretty good. This is the upset here. Albert Einstein, quote unquote, Tumenov defeats Scott Sigmon unanimous decision, and he schooled him. First fight, clinch was very much utilized. This was straight boxing. He said he was going to come in and just box. He was going to show the levels of his boxing capabilities, and he schooled my youth. They said Sigmon, 36 wins, and he fought to a decision Roy Jones Jr. I'm wondering when on earth did that happen? Was that the tail end of Roy Jones' career? It clearly must have been, because the way my man was fighting, I know it was a different rule set and all that kind of thing, but that was amateur hour, man. That was amateur hour. Excellent performance from Albert Tumenov. And this is where we start to step up again. Derek Campos, Bellator fighter or former Bellator fighter, put in some work against Brian Vera. Brian Vera is tough, narrated, tough. Oh man. Actually, going back to that Tumenov fight, 5th round, Sigmund had landed 16 shots versus 60 plus shots from Tumenov. It was a total shutout, man. Total shutout. Campos 20-11 MMA record. Brian even. Vera 28-17. First round was a 10-8. After the knockdown, second round, another quick knockdown, but he followed up with a punch as he was down, so a point was taken. It was my man's got a tough head, man. He got rocked up Vera. He got rocked a few times. Campos, he also got rocked as well a few times. It was a interesting mix of hybrid rules to create this thing with the triangle sum. They had a very good event. I'm not sure about the Metallica thing. I'm not really a Metallica listener, but it was a good event. Some of the technicals, were a bit off in regards to like the little VTs in between things. Timing was slightly out, but overall it was a real good fight, real good event. Derek Campos won the damn thing. Mike Perry defeats Michael Seals, split decision. And that was a good one, man. That was a nice little slobber knocker. Mr. Perry was quite surprised that he won. But I had him winning going in as well, even though there was that slight knockdown and all that. It was a good back and forth. 4th round knockdown, I'm sure it was, by Michael Seals. And then right at the end, they were going for it, proper going for it. Here's the upset. Here's the crazy upset. Well, there's 2 upsets, I guess, of sorts. Alexander Flores defeats Matt Mitrione, unanimous decision, where everyone else was saying commentary-wise that, Matt did his thing for the first 3 rounds. Obviously, he's gassed himself out now, and he's on this, this clinch game kind of thing, just riding the clock out. Obviously, only 2 minutes, which wasn't entertaining, but was going to score him the victory, and should have scored him the victory. I don't know what then. Well, they were judging the fight against the boxers. I don't know. I think there was a bit of bias. I think they thought to themselves, nah, we can't have these MMA guys just team MMA just wipe the floor with nah. Give my man things though. Give him the decision. Let's make it unanimous as well. Yeah, so we can just level the playing field a little some. Because Matt won that, yeah, man. Forward pressure, clinching, heavier shots. Towards the latter part of the fight, Flores was doing his thing and putting in that work, most definitely, but not enough to win the ultimately the decision. Main event of the evening. Dan Mergliata and Mr. Buffer was mispronouncing his name twice. Dan Mergliata, yeah, he was a little late still with that finish, man, with that stoppage. Pulev sent Frank Mir someplace else. He was out on his feet. He was doing like the robot dizzy dance kind of thing. I don't know what was going on. And Dan was kind of there and he was looking like, should I give him some more time? Then he whopped him again. Then Pulev was like, oh look, my man, he's done, isn't he? He's gonna wave this thing off. And Dan's like, I can kind of see it. Let's play righteous advocate. I can see it. You know, Frank's an experienced and prize fighter. He hasn't necessarily got a glass jaw and hasn't been knocked out loads of times and stuff. Give the opportunity for the fighter to do his thing. But he was out, man. He was flipping out. And then he followed up Pulev and kind of knocked him out. Well, woke him up and then knocked him out again, in essence, with the second follow-up. And he still kind of paused like, let me give you a little bit more time. Are you okay? And then stopped it. So that was a bit controversial still. But yeah, as I say, overall, excellent events. Looking forward to the next one. Yeah, we'll get the obviously Quinton, Rampage, Jackson, and my youth, Shannon Briggs, Let's Go Champ. They cut a nice little promo and stuff. It'll be good to see them in there, cut that check. And what is so disappointing, every other new organization, they're paying their fighters a lot more than they've been paid in their historical organizations, Bellator, UFC, etc. That's crazy. That's an indictment. You know, these athletes are going out there and putting their well-being on the line for entertainment, and you ain't even paying them right, man. That is sad. So congratulations to Triad Combat. And trust me, this is no bullshit, and people are getting paid the money they're supposed to be getting paid. Yeah, man. More of this shit should be carrying on. They should be doing this at least like once a month or some shit, every other month or some shit. Get it popping, man. Get it popping. I'll definitely be tuning into the next event. Yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to jump on the train.